Adventure Time is a contemporary show. Shows I watched as a kid like Rocco and Hey Arnold were awesome, but most of the deep and dirty stuff went right over my head. Like the psychological scars most of the Hey Arnold cast display. Or, remember Choky Chicken? Adventure Time is the same, but this time, it was released at a time my brain had matured and I was already dead inside. That's why it seems a lot more adult. But those old Nickelodeon shows actually went pretty far at times. We were all just too innocent to notice. So we're going to talk about Belly of the Beast Season 2, Episode 21. A group of party bears are partying in a cave that turns out to be a monster stomach. When Finn and Jake finally get through to them and show them that it is indeed a monster stomach, the bears don't give a fuck and continue to party. The two try to convince the bears that if they don't leave the stomach, they'll be turned into poo. The monster eats the lava to try to kill the bears, and everyone exits through the monster's butt. In the end, they're all bandaged up, but choose to go back into the monster, this time using lasers instead of fireworks, which have been causing the monster pain. The underlying theme that the imagery pushes in this episode is rave culture and drugs, rave drugs. It seems the animators were going for a free party or squat party specifically. Squat parties are pretty self-explanatory. They are music parties, underground illegal raves held in an abandoned warehouse or similar location. They can last for days. One bear explains that he's been trying to warn everyone about the monster's stomach for 3 days. So we know the party has lasted that long at least. And we know that they are unwelcome squatters. Party bears are a juxtaposition of Care Bears and party animals. Partying is a way of life for these bears, and they take it super serially. They live much like the IRL squat party goers, in that there is a spiritual aspect to these underground raves. It's about freedom, it's about expression, it's a lifestyle, liberation from the mainstream and imposing regulations. Anyway, raves are basically EDM parties that are structured around rave drugs, mainly Molly or MDMA. Yeah. All the weird stuff you see at these scenes have come about because of or to enhance the experience of rave drugs. Here's something cool. Did you know that discos were the predecessors to raves? Yeah, those crazy disco balls and lit dance floors, they were there because they look spectacular under the influence. Oh, you did know that? Well, I just learned it. Touchy, feely, cuddly, and a loving, happy attitude in general? Yes, that comes from our good friend, Molly. And you may see furry costumes and blinding colorful lights. These are because your senses are extremely heightened on the drugs, so fabrics feel wonderful, and lights are captivating and otherworldly. You see things maybe the way a vampire sees them, or an insect. Raves last a long time because the drugs keep you up, or maybe the drugs help you stay up. The chicken or the egg. Trance music is exactly as it sounds. Trance. Music that keeps a steady hypnotic beat for the drug-induced stupor. You can see this kind of stuff throughout the episode. So back to Belly of the Beast. Party Pat is the leader of the party bears, and when we see him, it's clear he's wasted. Look at those eyes. He's surrounded by empty energy drink cans. Party Pat is voiced by Andy Samberg and based on Pat McHale, creator of Over the Garden Wall. He doesn't care that they're in a stomach or a dire situation, because it's such a good rave spot, and when Finn finally gets through to them, it's too late, and the only exit is through the monster's rump. He is bohemian and really flighty, and he wasted all his time partying instead of saving his people. So, the only way out is to become a literal piece of shit. Let's talk about the title of the episode a bit, Belly of the Beast. This is an expression that comes from the story of Jonah and the whale. The theme of Jonah's story is disobedience. So, using that perspective, the bears don't learn anything in the end and go right back into the monster, even after they were crapped out and injured badly by the lava. The whale is a place of repent and reflection for Jonah. So, much like a raver or drug addict, you get them out of a bad situation, maybe you're harassed or OD, and they don't learn. They have to want to get out themselves. Naughty little bears. Belly of the Beast also means bad situation in general. Being in prison or behind enemy lines, so It's a pretty clever illusion for the poor party bears. The Adventure Time artists use a literal belly of the beast, literal imminent danger, and literally turning into shit as a metaphor for using drugs and partying for days. Finn and Jake finally get through to them by singing a downer country song about food items that are dead and thus are now crap. And this cuts into the trance music. Music is a powerful influencer. But Goro, raves aren't about drugs, they're about the music. Let's be honest. The implication here is that the bears are losing themselves in the party and don't care that they're in harm's way. They're out of their minds, or just have very skewed priorities. So there you have it. If you thought this was just a silly episode about some offshoot Care Bears being silly, it's not. Finn and Jake are trying to teach children to not waste your life in drugs in the world of underground raves that last for days, and if you do, you'll turn into a piece of shit. They're teaching the real life lessons here.